Hello, you are listening to the Blue Monday podcast. This is a 3 times weekly audio show looking into the exciting happenings of Ipswich Town Football Club. My name is Benjamin Blue. I'll be here each and every Monday for this, the flagship show with ITFC aficionado David Diamond for sometimes irreverent, always informative hour of football conversation. Make your Monday Blue Monday, Dave.
Yes. Back in the familiar surroundings of the podcast bunker, the sparsely furnished podcast bunker.
Podcasting on a bin.
And Ben's, what I don't know what you call that, mixing, what do you call that? Editing desk.
It's a hard disk recorder, Dave.
Shit, I should know
that. It's a Korg D888.
Okay, for you tech heads out there, it's a very sophisticated bit of equipment and it's sitting on a bin as we speak.
Even better than that, there's a laptop underneath it because otherwise it would...
It's balanced on a laptop sitting in a bin.
I don't know why. I don't need to have that laptop there, do I? It would just sit on a bin.
Safety first.
Safety first.
Safe.
Yeah,
but we're back. Yeah, good to be back in the familiar surroundings.
If we'd have done a podcast on Wednesday, I would have been so hyper.
We both would have been, wouldn't we? Really, both would have been.
Are we a bit deflated today?
Yeah, it's all taken the wind out of our collective sails, hasn't it? Really. Where are we going to go to? We must go to Tuesday. Are we going to go to Tuesday?
Let's go to Tuesday first. Sorry, if I don't look at you, I'm struggling to turn my head here because of the way the headphones. I haven't set this up very well, have I? Don't think I've lost the ability to make eye contact.
Ben just blanked me. Don't worry, mate.
Yeah, sorry. Tuesday night, Ipswich Sunderland. Here is your team in a interesting new development, a 4-2-3-1. So it's Bart in goal. I offer Chambers, Spence. I'll tell you about a thing I started doing. Knudsen, left back. Skews and Adeyemi behind. Waghorn, right forward attacking midfield. The same system Leeds played. Selina in the middle of the three. McGoldrick to the left. This is how it started. That did move around during the game. Garner up front. So 4-2-3-1. So it was 2 changes, wasn't it? It was Adeyemi and
Ward out.
No. Waghorn and Selina, wouldn't it?
Waghorn and Selina in for Nydam, who started at Leeds, and Grant Ward.
Yeah. So interesting, and
very interesting.
Look at his face.
It was. I mean, people have been crying out for Selina to start, and I must admit, I don't know about you, Ben. When I turned up, I thought, Christ, they're playing all 4. This is. And they've positive. This is positive stuff.
And there'd been criticism about the way he'd fit all 4 in, and we'd said, well, couldn't you do this in a slightly different way? And
as you said right at the start a minute ago, it was quite fluid as well, wasn't it? I felt it was very good.
Yeah, well, it wasn't rigid. We'll get into this. You've been banging on for about over 12 months about putting McGoldrick behind the front 2 in the middle. Yeah. Mick's been banging on for 2 months about putting Selina behind the front 2 in the middle. So we'll try and figure out. I mean, strikes me wherever you put Waghorn, he's
going to score
incredibly effective.
He's going to score a goal.
Play him at left back and he'll score.
He's incredible. Yeah. What we should say is that, and also just we'll get it out of the way now, just for GB, is that. There was no Johnny Williams in the Sunderland squad due to illness.
So utterly no reason to mention him, GB. 0.
But we did, see? But we still did.
Just for you.
Yeah.
So because there's 2 games this week, and because we're podcasting on a bin next to... I've taken apart the wardrobe. And there's some quite dangerous... Yeah, actually, it could be a diamond fidget. If you fidget, you're literally going to get a nail through your foot, Jesus.
I'm going to... on a Sunday as well. I will. I'll do myself a nasty injury. So no, that is. I think that's why Ben has actually put the
literally
wardrobe,
the only.
I think why he's put the wardrobe nailed up to.
No, but look at the other side.
My fidget. Oh, and there goes the Pepsi Max. Okay.
Holy shit.
Yeah, let's leave that there. Put that there. Wowzers.
So we just do the goals. Yeah, 6 minutes, Dave. Away you go.
6 minutes. Nice. I've got to say, great interplay between Iorfa, I think, and Garner. First time, wasn't it? McGoldrick as well. Fell to Garner. What was he doing out there? I don't know. Sort of right-hand side, about, 25 yards out angle. Great cross, driven cross, in-swinging cross. Bloody whack on
outswinging.
Outswinging. So Ben did that that.
I did a George Burley hand signal.
George Burley hand signal.
Yeah.
And just Waghorn coming in off the left. Superb flicked header, keeper, no chance. I mean,
He
great
got a hand to it, didn't he?
goal.
Still.
I think, possibly, but it was pretty much in the corner. Great cross. The cross made the goal, but great run again by Waghorn.
Do you know who
He's got an eye for goal.
Do you know who I thought of for that goal? I thought of Alan Shearer, not because of the finish, but because, like, a couple of them had a chance to cross it, and then Garner was just like, "Screw this! I'll show you all how to cross. I know I'm the best. I know I'm the best header in the bloody league.
But I can also cross.
I can also cross."
Yeah,
do you remember when Shearer used to go down the right and just leather it across? He was a brilliant crosser, Shearer.
Well, Shearer would say, "Look, this is the type of ball I want. This is how I want it done."
The Glenn Hoddle style of management.
Stop it now.
Who's the guy who got fired from Palace? De Boer, the De Boer style of management.
Yeah.
Look,
no, good goal.
Here's how you take a free kick.
Good goal.
And then, very annoyingly, similar to Leeds, where we conceded immediately.
Yeah, poor one, really. Corner. Excuse me.
Johnson Pepsi Max.
No, fine, mate. Good driven corner from McGeady.
Makes you hyper. Makes you speak faster.
Yeah, good driven corner from McGeady. And Jones sort of, I don't know, really, sort of saunters across to the near post. Pretty much free.
Decisive.
Yeah.
Good header, wasn't it?
Buries it. I quite like that, Jones. Yeah, Billy always liked him. And sort of buried it, really. 1-1. You think, oh, okay.
Does Bart come for that, or is there just too much pace on the cross?
I think it's a good,
good cross, isn't it?
Technically very good. Good cross, I think.
And then Ipswich get on top and start moving the ball around nicely. And we're going to go to the 27th minute. And this is quite funny because Selena has about 3 goes at corners. And then Waghorn goes, right.
Yeah,
let me show you how to take a corner.
No. But for one, I don't think Selena had a go at an in-swinging corner, had he? I'm not quite sure if he had. And when Waghorn went over to take it, I thought, why is he taking the corner? But you see why. Out-swinging, driven, left-footed. Yeah, good. I mean, Paul Martin, could you say good header by Spence? But I think, again, a bit like the Jones header, the pace of the corner made it straightforward, didn't it?
So what I started doing, I get very excited about Spence, especially because that's the second goal of the season. I love Spence. So what I started doing is when he receives the ball, I started saying Spence. And what you can do, which is really fun, is as you can see he's going to receive the ball, you can go Spence. And then I imagine a whole stand every time Spence.
Oh, no. But that could be like Spence, that could go Spence. That could like sound a bit, but yeah,
you know, like the whole Abu thing. Every time you got the ball, you say Abu. So when Spence is going to receive the ball,
comedy.
Can you just say the word Spence?
We'll do that.
2-1 into half time, and we're all terribly happy with how we're playing.
Good first half. It's very good.
Yeah, and then the first 20 minutes of the second.
We're quite good, aren't we? Frighteningly good.
Extremely good, and everybody. Dave's going to describe the best assist from an Ipswich player in forever.
Many a long time. It's 52nd minute. Garner flicks a header to Iorfa, who sort of loses possession, then wins it back again to Garner by the byline, north stand. Sir Bobby end. Garner sort of first time cross, and it's just a moment of class from Waghorn, doesn't it? Who sort of lets it run, but then does a little sort of Cruyff back heel and. Yeah, great vision, and Selena sort of running in unmarked. Good finish, first time finish. Just a lovely goal.
Stupendous assist.
It was a great assist because he kills it as well. So the ball is.
He does.
What it is, the ball is played with pace by Garner, and the weight of the assist is just something to behold.
Selena seemed to know that it was going to go there, didn't he?
They made training ground. Cool finish. Good finish. Could have lost his head, but he shouldn't.
I'd have lost my head just with the back heel. I'd have just stopped. I'd have just
Great finish.
Unbelievable scenes, and then. 5 minutes later, another goal.
I mean, this is again Garner, ridiculous play in midfield.
Oh yeah,
who turns it? He sort of gets it, then turns inside Catamol, who. He laboured all night. I felt strangely high, pulled up shorts.
His entire game was when he was close to the England squad was predicated on just getting about and kicking people, and he just can't get about anymore.
He can't. So superb play from Garner. Sends the ball down the right. Waghorn times his run brilliantly, and again another great assist. Gets his head up. This is a right-footed because he's predominantly left-footed. A right-footed assist.
Similar to the cross Garner put in for McGoldrick
that's
Leeds.
sort of outswinging
Obviously
assist.
slightly better.
And I think you'd say bundled in by McGoldrick more than anything. He gets the first sort of touch. He's perfect for him. You think, he's going to leather this. Would have looked a much better goal if he leathered it in the net from 6 yards. Doesn't get the best touch, I don't think. Still sort of keeps it out, and then does it sort of rebound off McGoldrick and trickles in? Really?
So I need to explain to some Ipswich fans on Twitter. I need my rule book, Dave.
Come on.
So unfortunately, as much as we want him to get a hat-trick of assists, Waghorn, by the book, doesn't get an assist for that because McGoldrick hits the shot, comes back out off the keeper.
So it's not a clean.
So it's not. There's no assist given for that goal.
Gotcha.
And yes, you can turn around and say last season Cole Skews gave Tom Lawrence a 2-yard pass. He then dribbled it 20 yards and smashed it in the top corner.
Tenuous.
And Cole Skews gets an assist, but. We all know how good Waghorn was, but by the book, no assist for that goal.
That explains it, because when I looked this morning, I did check for once the stats, and Knudsen is still. We'll go on to that. It's still.
Imagine having him in your fantasy team. Eh? Okay, and then 65th minute, Statman will be happy because it goes to 4-2.
Oh, he's very happy at this point. I saw him Thursday, and he was. I'll tell you about that in a minute. But a typical McGeady goal. How often did he do this for Preston last season? Oh, every week.
I'm sorry. Do we not tell Bart off for not knowing this was gonna happen?
Well, or Spence. Really, you've got to keep him. You've got to show him the touchline there, but he nudges at once, drops his shoulder.
He can do the one he scored against Norwich with his left foot from exactly the same position. If he goes that way, he can still put it in with his left foot. He's a great player.
We'll get on to that. He scored similar goal. Well, not quite so good, but left foot yesterday.
Love that. Celebrate. Yeah. Good.
Yeah, just whips it in. Just whips it in the far corner. Even if Bart had been ready, it was so good. He hit it. Little back lift. Great goal. Very, very tricky player. And I don't know about you, but at that point, 4-2. Well, we'll go on because you'll probably describe. They had a free kick after that.
They didn't play well at all, Sunderland. But for 10 minutes
Tell you what they did. They brought on a couple of speedy subs, and he scored yesterday. Honeyman and Gooch, I think, who's American. And
Gooch got the assist for McGeady.
They caused us some problems. Actually,
can I say what did happen is Adeyemi tired. What happened at that point.
He was having a great game. Most people were. But 4-2. Had it got to 4-3, it was sort of squeaky time, I think.
Should we go to the 89th minute and another fabulous assist?
This is just ridiculous. This is just absolutely ridiculous. So McGoldrick initially wins the ball in midfield.
Mention George Weir when you're describing this.
Off McGeady. Then he sort of... wins it off McGeady. Then it sort of deflects back to him in centre mid off, I think, Iorfa. And he turns... Gibson is the favourite to win this ball, but he nicks it one side. It's just class.
George Weir moves around the other side.
Nicks it one side on with his right foot, whips around the other side, and just squares himself up and just plays this superlative weighted ball between the two central defenders, who we'll get onto them in a minute, to Ward. Great finish from Ward.
Yeah,
left foot, first touch, takes it away from the keeper.
Keeper
similar
to
that. Similar to that Phillips Leeds finish, where his first touch makes the angle.
Better finish,
and a really good. And a really good finish. And I think on the night 5-2 reflect, other than perhaps a 5-10 minute spell after they got to 4-2, reflected our superiority. But Christ, Sunderland were so bad. I know we played well.
Sunderland were very bad.
Centre back.
So I'm gonna, in a minute, let me ask you about 3 players. Actually, we can do opposition player of the match in one word. Opposition player of the match. Yeah, very, very easy.
Crikey, yeah.
And I came away because there's a lot of people on Twitter and whatnot, and in the kind of Ipswich bubble. Oh, well, we're up the league and we haven't proved ourselves and we haven't beaten anyone and we haven't really played well. And like I said last week, the best we played all season was this. So I actually came away going, so this team is actually good because a lot of the wins have been frankly down to Mick. And down to cobbling together results,
grinding it out. Yeah,
this was great. I thought. Excuse me. There goes that Pepsi Man. Right, I want to hear about Garner. I want to hear about McGoldrick, but I really want to hear about Waghorn.
I mean, Waghorn just made such a difference.
What a performance.
Yeah, he could have had a hat-trick, couldn't he? I mean, aside from the assist, he could have had a hat-trick. He had a left-foot fizzer.
Try and explain to me, like Tom Lawrence, how is he so decisive? Explain how.
He just is, isn't he? He's just quite single-minded. and he's straight, his goals just going pretty much well hit, don't they?
I said that when he signed, didn't I?
Do you know what I'm saying? He stays hit.
He's just got good technique on his.
Yeah.
He's
Both
clearly
sides.
our best finisher, isn't he?
I think he probably is. Could have had a hat trick. Bit unlucky when it was 1-1, I think. Good play. I think it was Knudsen pulled it back, and he's about 8 yards. That's when he didn't connect cleanly, and he sort of 8 yards out, got his left foot to it first time, and it squirmed wide. Remember that one? And then he came in off the right, and it left foot fizzed just wide.
But just in terms of this kind of virtuoso performance, look at the variety. So he scored a kind of sniffer header. Yeah. He got an absurd assist. An assist from a corner. Oh, yeah. He got the absurd back heel assist. Yeah. A right foot. Not quite an assist, but superb performance by Waghorn.
Best player of the night, though.
I'm sorry, you can't. He was the best player on the night.
Sorry, McGoldrick.
No. Come on, look at it, Dave. Dave, come on, a hat trick of assists with that variety.
I will.
Brilliant.
Right,
come on.
I will grant you that.
You argued that Kearney, who gave that ludicrous performance, wasn't as good as McDonald. Your credibility is going to start dropping, Dave, soon. Come on now.
No, in my opinion, McGoldrick was just sublime on the night. He was
great,
unbelievably good on the night.
I just described what Waghorn did in that game.
Yeah, okay.
In less minutes than McGoldrick as well.
Fair play.
McGoldrick was great.
I mean, he was. I mean, I've said some of his touches sublime. I mean, a note of sublime, probably now in his best form since his first season.
Did you see any fluff on Tuesday?
None at all. Really.
None at all. Dave, can I argue the point that McGoldrick, you move him completely fluff free, and yesterday actually. You move him out to the left and not up front, and he has less opportunity to be fluffy. He got a little bit less of the ball because Selena and Waghorn were also receiving it, which also worked in his favour. So I actually don't mind him off to the left in the through. I liked it.
What you need is McGoldrick to get involved in the play as much as possible. If McGoldrick's involved, if McGoldrick's on the ball in that advanced position, we will. I
think that was proven yesterday when he went off as well.
Well, I think so, though. Yeah, we'll get to that. Selena was one that got me the other night because I thought he started really nervously.
On Tuesday.
Not. Okay. I didn't think he was. I didn't.
Is
think
that
he was
bad man management? Because a player with that level of skill shouldn't be nervous, should they?
No. Maybe as he himself has sort of been, from what we understand, has been bigging himself up. So not to. From what you understand.
I'd like to hear some clear evidence of that.
Well, okay, but from what we hear. Okay. So Mick said, okay, here's your chance. And I think he did, for me, he started reasonably nervous. He grew into the game, took his goal really well, and he was a threat.
Do you think he's gone on the pitch with the words in his ear, right, I'm giving you a chance, don't fuck this up?
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Which is is pressure, but you're saying.
You play for Man City.
Yeah. Cope with that bloody hell pressure every day he trains, probably. But
I want to know about Garner. How good was Garner?
Yeah, on the night he was absolutely brilliant. I mean, he gave Coney bloody torrid time, but Coney was awful. I mean, he didn't look up for it. It was two players, Coney, Gibson, Tony and Gibson, who I just thought just didn't look interested, and consequently they didn't. Well, they were not in the starting lineup yesterday, but anyway, get on to that.
Unsurprising.
Garner was brilliant, just great in the air. As I said before, she's great in our box as well. I mean, I can't believe we conceded a header from a corner.
But the groundwork as well. The assist for the first goal and the ball through for Waghorn.
Fantastic, and he deserved the goal. Bit unlucky, he hit one first time, second half, I think, before when it was still 1-1, I think. No, when it was still 2-1, sorry, just after half time. Hit one just wide up the north stand then, didn't he? First time. Deserved the goal.
Mick said, either in the conference or after the game, and I think we all agree with this, Garner's actually better than he thought, and I think everyone can.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely
kind of see that now.
Adeyemi, I thought was very good, strong running, strong box to box, and I think he made I don't know. You see what I think he made a bit of a difference. Should have scored
in the first half, shouldn't he? He had two chances, didn't he?
Header.
2 chances in about a minute.
He did. Strong running, box to box. Liked him a lot. I think he made a difference to Skews, who I thought was outstanding. Some of the passing from Skews.
The problem is,
you said before, he can do it.
The problem is that Spence, Knudsen, Skews, Adeyemi were all really good. Selena as well, but Waghorn, Garner, and McGoldrick were a different level to all of them.
Different level. Great attack and display. I guess the only disappointing part of the night, despite Sunderland's, 800 either they bought good effort, for just still under 15,000.
Yeah, we'll talk about that because there's Norwich coming up. I think Norwich have already sold out as well, but we'll talk.
Yeah, that always does, doesn't it?
Talk attendances. So I come away and you can check out my YouTube video on that.
Aren't you?
I'm extremely excited because it's like kind of proven that we can be, really good,
Expansive,
progressive, attacking, whatever those words you want to use. Keep the ball, use the ball, dribble, attack. And the thing that really I like is if you take that front four. So you've got Garner, who's just untouchable in the air in the league, frankly. You're just not going to see a better forward in the air.
He literally does punch above his height.
He punches above everybody. Literally everybody.
And I think he will punch someone before the season finishes.
Yeah, we'll do that in the Bristol City game. You've got McGoldrick, who's just like the magician, the unpredictable.
Yeah.
You've got Selena with the acceleration and the pace, and then you've got Waghorn, the
just scores goals.
Finisher. And obviously, I haven't watched him closely. His movement must be very, very good and very direct.
It's an odd one, is it? Because he seems to drift in and out. He seems not to be involved, but that's a great trait. The ball arrives in the box. Oh, it's Waghorn.
Yeah. Yeah. So you've got everything in that front four. But the question that we're going to have to come to is, when you come up against a well-organised, fit team that's better than Sunderland,
Sunderland were.
Are you a little bit
bloody awful?
Are you a little bit open?
Players they carried the other night, and perhaps I don't know if Catamol has been playing. Maybe if for them, I know we dwell on them slightly. If Williams had been fit, then maybe Catamol, who just said laboured all night, might not have been playing. I don't know, but they were.
Well, Graham said in the preview show that Catamol and Gibson still would have played, and Williams would have been
just buzzing.
Yeah, because everyone seems to be going for this 4-2-3-1 business now, don't they?
Well, what was the pleasing thing the other night, Ben, was it proved that on a game like that we have got the personnel to, well, certainly the midfield and front personnel to play that.
Yeah, and we've been talking players first or system first, and we know it's now players first because he keeps switching it and switching it up, doesn't he? Right, so we go into Saturday against a Bristol City side in good form, and we'd been well tipped off by the exiled Robin in
good one
in the preview show, who pretty much
nailed it
exactly how they were going to play. So we expected a fit side with a high press, a high intensity. I didn't expect them to be as good as they were.
And after yesterday, I can perhaps appreciate his comments on Luke Freeman as well, because I heard him say about Luke Freeman. I thought, really, he can't get in. He wouldn't have really got into your team, but I can see why.
So
very good.
One change. What happened to Eddie Amy then?
Apparently, pinged his. Not tore it, but twinged his hamstring in the warm up.
What, a strain?
Well, we don't know. Yeah, a strain, not a tear. I don't think. Well, hopefully not a tear, just a strain. Yeah, which could be 2 weeks, which would be okay.
Which is a blessing and a curse, because we got to see Nydam play this 17-year-old who's kind of been moved around a little bit and actually played. What game did he play left back? Played left back against someone. Oh, was it Palace?
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe it was.
So he's been moved around, but actually, and he played 10 against Barnsley and for a bit against Luton as well. So actually in central midfield,
I mean, clearly Mick trusts him, and quite rightly so. After
yesterday, I think a lot more Ipswich fans are going to trust him.
Very impressed.
So you got Bart in goal, Iorfa, Chambers, Spence, Knudsen, Skews, Nydam, Waghorn, Selena, McGoldrick, Bart. McGoldrick did start to the left again, didn't he?
Yes.
No, sorry. To the
wasn't
left.
Over near me. I don't think we didn't see.
No.
Over to the right.
No, you'd have your trousers would still be bulging, wouldn't they, Dave? Hey?
Yeah.
Right, I need the.
I
need the pad.
Oh, I saw Ben in action with the pad yesterday.
Someone sent me a comment on YouTube, just saying, "Do you actually sit there and make notes during the game?"
And
yeah, that's sad. As Alan Partridge said
Triple
to Dan. So let's just go through this Bristol City team quickly. So Fielding in goal, big powerful back four, right?
Jesus,
I'm going to call them the Twin Towers, which is one for you WWE fans. Akeem and someone else would. Can someone Daniel Hill smarten me up? No, he would have been. Who was Akeem's? Akeem
Daniel,
was one man.
Who
was the other Twin Tower?
Yeah.
Brian was the left back, and then
Joe Bryan.
Yeah. Patterson, Smith, Brownhill, O'Dowda. None of them particularly big, but all very mobile. And then
exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah, Jeju, who was a unit, and Reed up front.
Yeah.
And we're going to go straight to the first goal in the second minute, Dave.
Yeah, it's a bit of a sort of convoluted one, this. So we're on the attack, and Selina's in possession, sort of inside, I like to call it, inside left position. Tries to knock it round, full back, who nicks it off him, and it falls to Jeju. How do you want to call him? Jeju? What do you call him?
Jeju. What's the mustard? No, Dijon.
We'll call him Dijon. Falls to Dijon. I like that.
Deju.
Falls to, he was certainly hot.
Oh,
anyway,
that's
falls
good.
Falls to Jeju, who just starts running with it. And he's very direct, isn't he? He sort of runs. I've got to say, a bit of a half-hearted tackle. Shame it wasn't Skews in the McGoldrick position
right.
there. Bit of a half-hearted tackle from McGoldrick. Charges past McGoldrick and drives towards Nyden. He does okay. He doesn't really get beaten. They get a bit lucky because he tries to thread it through to Reed again in that inside left position. It deflects to.
You think Iorfa's snuffed it out at that point?
Yeah,
don't
it deflects to Patterson wide right. Off Iorfa, and Chambers does quite well initially. I think Chambers does well. He sort of holds him up out there, doesn't he? Doesn't commit, doesn't let him get the dangerous. Well, perhaps he should have done right-footed ball in from wide. And do we not generally just don't pick up Brownhill on the edge of the box? The ball is laid back to him. Okay, sort of side. Whether that was going in, I don't know. Okay, sort of side foot strike from edge of the box. Just hits Nydam in the face, and no chance. And one first minute or whatever it was, 1.5 minutes in, bit of puts you on the sort of back foot really.
I like sitting side on, but one thing side on is no good for is when there's a deflection because you don't have a clue what the hell happened. No. So I said to you at half time, either Bart couldn't see, either Bart couldn't see that took a deflection, or it was a very clever Rivaldo type.
No,
technique,
it wasn't.
It
was a deflection. You think perhaps.
And I think Mick said this very eloquently. He said, although they got lucky on the goals, they didn't get lucky in the
game.
In the game, yeah.
No.
Okay, so 9th minute, they're playing on the counter very well. Chambers makes a nice kind of last man tackle. Selina gets robbed. Another counter for Reed, and he gets blocked out. Knudsen with a nice professional foul on O'Dowda to stop yet another counter. And my note on 20 minutes, Dave, is where they're well on top, and then Reed with this chance, which is another deflection. Actually, it's a brilliant tackle if you watch the
great tackle,
the replay, because
he just gets a bit on it because he hit that. That was venom.
Does Reed score if that's on his right foot?
Possibly, I don't know.
Yeah.
He may have even never got the touch. He had a lot of power in that.
So that was Spence, wasn't it?
Yeah, Spence just got a good touch there, and I mean, again, bar thuds against the bar well beaten. Yeah,
Batman.
Kapow, thud.
What would you call that?
Caption.
It's the caption. Thank you. So then, strangely, after the first quarter, great play by Skews says to everyone, "Look, no, come on, let's all get forward and press as well, like he has done all season." Bounces through to Garner. My contention with this is if it had been on his right foot, he'd have taken the.
Got to hit that left foot.
Taking the shot on.
You know, the ball's in his stride and his left foot, and they were guilty of that.
You wanted either. Sorry to cut off there. You wanted either Waghorn or Selina on that one.
Waghorn would have put it through the net, wouldn't
and he? Selina would have gone round up to the goalkeeper.
He's got a good left foot. Yeah.
Selina would have had the pace though, and
probably could have.
Sears would have had the pace of maybe not the finish.
A bit unfortunate. Should have got away a left foot shot, but turned inside, and I think probably one of the twin towers blocked him out.
Akeem or whoever the other one is.
Yeah.
Waghorn might have been crushed from demolition. Possibly. Waghorn robs Brian, cuts it back to the new improved Skews, who actually has shots this season. Good block by Bristol City. They blocked well all afternoon. Excellent link up here. McGoldrick, Garner, Selina with
really good play.
Kind of one of those hoverboard shots which stays the same height, not forward. I think Fielding had that covered, Dave.
I think so. Good effort, but
I'll defer to you from where you sit there.
Yeah.
Brian takes a yellow card. Patterson has 2 chances in quick succession. So this is annoying because they then have a little 2-3 minute period and they get the second goal.
Yeah, you think the storm has been weathered of that 2 or 3 minutes. Is initially good play from Reed, gets the ball wide left, plays it inside to Smith, breaking in the box, and our man Jeju was pretty much unmarked. It's good block from, I think Knudsen gets across and blocks the initial ball in. Unfortunately, he doesn't go out for a corner, stays with Smith, who gets his head up.
It goes back to Patterson,
Passes it back, 10 yards to Patterson.
He was having a lovely old time.
He's having a great old time. Good ball in, and Jeju gets up. It's a bit disappointing that Nydam's really picking him up, but he gets in between Nydam and Spence, and again, it's
just to clarify, that's no knock on Nydam. And this is eerily similar to the first goal, because so on the first goal, Iorfa gets a foot in, and then we just don't reset. On the second goal, Knudsen gets a foot in, and just Nydam kind of ends up. Nice, good, nice little cushion header in the corner.
It's a good header. Yeah, he was a handful, wasn't he? Powerful, but
I like the look of him. Yeah,
5.5 million, whatever they got. Yes. Same team. Did they? I believe I'm right. Someone will put me right if I'm not. They recruited him from the same French second division side as Kodja.
Yes, I still love Joe Garner though. Good move down the right.
Garner love.
Iorfa crosses low. Selena gets a really good. Does well with it.
This is good play actually. Good ball from Selena initially. Really well weighted ball on an angle, and good play from Iorfa, who gets his head up to pick out Selena again. Pretty good strike, but routine. Pretty straight at field, and good play though.
Yeah. And we're going to the 40th minute, and the incredible assist season for Knudsen. Anyone who wants to get on his back, please look at these numbers. Away you go, Dave.
He's saving his goals up for 2 or 3 weeks' time, isn't he? Well, McGoldrick initially picks a ball out, 30 yards out, sort of drives forward. Tries, I think, play a little 1-2 on the edge of the box with Waghorn. Doesn't quite come off, but the ball breaks.
But he commits all the defenders, doesn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ball breaks left to Knudsen, and this is what I like. Fucking drives it in first time, doesn't he?
Darren Baisley.
Fucking larrups it in first time. And Waghorn, again, with all the power of the ball, brilliant adjustment, I think. Right foot, adjusts his body well. Side foot, venomous. You must love that. Barring in.
Yeah. And Garner's going to put it in if Waghorn. Garner's right behind him, isn't he?
Yeah, good goal. And again, another opportunist goal. 6th for the season. The boy's on fire when he plays, he scores.
Love it. Yeah. And it's a goal every 81 minutes in the league.
That's pretty. And he's not playing as an out-and-out striker, is he?
Interestingly, yesterday, I wanted to say this at the end, so I'll say it while I remember. For the first time, we saw Waghorn up front and Spence at right back yesterday.
Oh, I guess we did, yeah.
In their actual positions. Flint with a fairly decent chance. He's not picked up the corner, couldn't really get anything on it. So to sum the first half up, I said in my YouTube video that I thought 2-1 was fair. I thought they deserved to be leading and we deserved to score. And some Bristol City fans came back and said, no, you didn't deserve to score. I think they're being biased there. I think we
had some opportunities. We had some opportunities.
They deserved the lead, didn't they?
Oh, definitely. It wasn't certainly 2-1 wasn't out of the blue. We'd had some opportunities. It wasn't total bloody domination, but no, perfectly fair. They deserved the lead for sure.
So Mick doesn't change anything at half time, but it's now 4-4-2.
Well, just on that, I think we caught up at half time, and I said, Webster's coming on. As Webster was running off at half time, Mick said, Webber, sort of thing, gave him a shout, and that's when I saw it at half time. So Webster's coming on, but that was obviously now we realised
fake news.
Yeah,
CNN.
Fox.
But interesting now we're seeing Mick go for Garner and Waghorn up front. And McGoldrick, and you would have probably loved this. There were points yesterday where McGoldrick was actually playing in centre midfield with Skews and Nydam out to the right.
I mean, are we going to go the chance? And really, this is our only real positive effort on goal second half, really, isn't it? 50 minutes.
Can you just do O'Dowda being stupidly fluffy on 48?
Well, again, that was again very, very similar to Garner, but an angle. He's obviously got a bit more pace than Garner, but why is he not
why did
that
he do the
left
trick?
Foot? Why? Well, I don't know.
He did a trick
back inside.
So what he does, and Knudsen was like,
"Oh, okay,
fine. I'll tackle you."
And what the weird thing about that, he turns from a left-footed position where he just gets his foot through it. He turns back inside on his right foot, but ends up with a left foot side foot. Yeah, bizarre.
Fluff.
But I'm sorry, the bit of play, this bit of play on 50, the pull down in midfield from McGoldrick was mad.
Lovely. And then a good ball afterwards, because the contention I sometimes have with McGoldrick is he does the pull down and then he thinks, right, I'm now going to take on 8 players and loses the ball. Yeah.
So far in our 2 months sort of loving with Garner, this is as close as he's been to the playoff goal, isn't it?
Yeah,
the chest
I mentioned
was
that.
The one, was it? The chest trap. So the floaty ball from McGoldrick, the chest trap. Bounces perfectly and hits it perfectly, but just straight.
Strange to say of Garner, the finish was almost too controlled.
Yeah, it was.
You wanted the more primal, just fucking,
I mean, you know,
unload on that.
Yard either way, the keeper, that things he's like a bullet.
Too smoother.
Good technique, good hit. Burnfield, and probably did the right thing, because I think if he perhaps tried to catch it might have gone through his gone through his hands.
So Flint with a kind of fierce drive not far over, and then at this point Webster comes in for Iorfa. Is this alarm for Iorfa now? Because we then see lined up along the back four, we see Spence right back, Chambers and Webster are the centre backs, with Knudsen left back. Is Iorfa trotting off thinking,
but possibly, which I think it would be a bit harsh, because I think he's sort of grown into that role. Certainly, I like him going forward. Very athletic. He was against Sunderland, and at times the first half yesterday, he gets forward really well. But yeah, I don't think you can leave Spence out. Spence had a really good run at right back last season. Then of course we've got Connolly waiting there as well. So I think you're right. I think Iorfa might look and think, does that mean I might not be starting next game?
Sears in Salina out. Nice to see the North Stand nice and supportive of Sears when he came on. O'Dowda with a long range and not far over. Got attritional. I thought Bristol City were doing a very good job of just standing off and
the game.
Defending their lead.
A lot of players going down, right and stuff, mostly when they were clashing with Ghana. Players going down and played it quite well really, and people around us were moaning, but we'd have done the same. Patterson
out, Lecco in, Ghana yellow card, and then that was not really from any period of dominance. The killer third goal, though.
Yeah, I suppose what we ought to say on 66, also McGoldrick. But he doesn't limp off. He doesn't limp off. He sort of walks off gingerly, I would say, replaced by Ward. With one eye perhaps on what might be happening to him over the next 2 weeks. Ireland have got 2 games. He's in the squad. And apparently...
Please don't travel.
Apparently...
Please don't go, David.
Tight hammy, apparently.
Too tight to travel. Definitely shouldn't be going with Ireland.
I'd be extremely 100%. Surprised if he goes.
I think that hamstring is tight. I think he needs to be sent home. I think he needs to be given a week off.
A week's bed rest.
And I would like to see him starting.
I think... Mick certainly one eye on that and think, okay, if he has got a slightly tight hamstring, let's don't risk him the 90 minutes. Let's pull him, get him off now with say 25 minutes to go, which to the Irish contingent, not that it matters.
Who are the other Ireland forwards?
Is Murphy still?
Yeah, better play Murphy. They're way better than McGoldrick anyway. Play those two. They don't even need McGoldrick. McGoldrick should probably retire.
Yeah, absolutely.
And just play for Ipswich.
So maybe that was, I was one eye on that, thinking that if I take him off 5 minutes from the end, there perhaps he's going to have more. Not that it matters. It's call it is. I don't really know. But anyway, that
killed us though, Dave, when he went off, didn't it?
Yeah,
that was the threat over.
And to be fair, even when he went off, we weren't after that Ghana chance. What, quarter of an hour before, we hadn't really created anything, had we?
True.
They were playing it well. They really were.
Give me the goal.
Yeah, Brownhill corner, headed out of course by Ghana out of our box. Again, Reed picks it up, pretty good left foot strike, very similar to the first goal. Looking at it, don't think it was right in the corner. Bart may well have just picked it, called it. This one deflects off Knudsen's arse, I think, round about the penalty spot. A bit of controversy. Linesman near us puts his flag up, so I think he thinks it takes the deflection after Knudsen off Flint.
Flint, okay.
But if it did, it didn't alter the flight of the ball. I can see why the ref didn't.
So is the argument, if Flint stood directly behind Knudsen, then how can he be in Bart's line of sight, because Knudsen's in Bart's line of sight anyway?
Yeah.
I don't
think it was anything.
I don't know.
The linesman put his flag out again. Usual. Well, in my opinion, all through the game, the communication between the linesman and ref was pretty poor. But there you go. Deserved, mate. 3-1. I don't know. 2-1 perhaps might have been a fair reflection overall, but don't think you can complain. Very well organised, very fit, very athletic side, I thought.
Very surprised how good they were. I still think Lee Johnson's a bell end, but he's maybe a better manager than I thought.
Yeah, I mean he made a very good point that last year, and he didn't quite use the fluff word, but he intimated that last year we were too fluffy. Yes, we had the flair with the likes of Freeman and Tomlin and people like that, but we didn't have the grit maybe to see games out like today, and they saw it out really well. But
So
I was impressed with the Twin Towers.
I'm trying to think of a question to ask you, but it's probably going to end up with me giving my opinion and you coming back. So that's the second time we've been beaten by a high press team. So QPR, you were at that game, weren't you?
Yeah.
QPR didn't play 4-4-2. They played.
QPR weren't as good as Bristol City.
No. But I'm just drawing the parallel. So it's not necessarily the system. It's what they did. So the contentions I've got for you are: one, will he ditch the 4-2-3-1? And two, I mean, obviously hindsight is hindsight. If he'd have picked I think if you said to Mick now, seeing what he saw, he would have gone 4-4-2 yesterday. I think knowing what he knows now,
perhaps.
Given especially those goals coming down the side, extra cover. Do you think a more physical team, i.e. Ward, Adeyemi, well, it's not that Nydam's not physical because he is, but certainly Ward, and even...
I think Adeyemi would have been...
Can I just say, I think we'd have had more chance beating them if the midfield actually had Sears in, just in terms of the running power.
Yeah,
if the midfield had been Skews, Adeyemi, Ward and Sears, I know everyone would have groaned, but that actually would have... but then again, Mick gets criticised for trying to stop the other team and not beat them. So yesterday he lines up with a team to beat them, and
he's damned if he does and damned if he doesn't.
He certainly is. So so I haven't really asked you a question, but what do you think about what I've said?
Yeah. Agree. All of the above. Yeah, it was disappointing, with everyone on a massive high after the Sunderland game, and disappointing. I don't think we played particularly badly. But
we weren't allowed to play, were we?
We weren't allowed to. They were very good. And a reflection back on Tuesday, I think Sunderland were very bad on Tuesday, but no, Bristol City were very good. Now unbeaten in 10 games, for Christ's sake. Goes above us to 5th. First win at Portman Road since November 1978, was it? I think I read
78. Did anything happen? No. Okay,
not 78, 79. 77, 78, yeah. A goal from Tom Ritchie might well have been at that game. Mick, unlucky with 2 goals, but deserved win. Early deflected goal. To me, set the tone.
I want to hear about Selina, Chambers and Nydam.
Selina, I thought, a couple of good efforts. Got on the ball quite well, flitted in and out of the game for me yesterday. I won't say he's fluffy, but it's just
is it enough,
bits and pieces.
Is it enough for Mick to go, no, I'm going to keep him in, excuse me, or is it enough for Mick to go, I think we might need to be a bit more solid?
I think he'll be on the bench at Sheffield United away.
Yeah, it's Sheffield United away, isn't it? I got my tickets for that yesterday.
Oh, well done.
Yeah.
I think he'll be in the bench. That could be a good game. I think he'll be back on the bench, and I think perhaps Ward will be back in that. That position. I think Ward.
We missed Ward's running power yesterday.
I think we do. I like Selina, and he can do the unorthodox, and he's very, very quick. But he was just a bit in and out yesterday. But no, great player to have in and around the squad. He can come in now. He's got a goal in him, so he's got 2 goals. So everyone's got a goal in them this season.
What about Chambers? Was that just due to their running power? And Reed was extremely confident.
2 here. I thought not his best game. I thought him and Spence had their hands full with 1 with Reed's movement and 2 with Jesus' physicality.
And Reed's just directness and willingness to. Reed looks like he thinks he's going to score every game, doesn't he?
He's had a start to the season, hasn't he?
What about
and Nydam? I just felt they were happy for Chambers to have the ball, and so much so.
And Iorfa as well. Yeah. They weren't pressing Iorfa, were they?
They did the homework. I think Chambers personally will be better alongside a more, I say, Spencer's unorthodox. Webster. I think once Webster gets back and grows into and gets back up to speed, I think Chambers will be better for that. Nydam I was really impressed with, especially first half. Likes to get his foot on the ball. He's good awareness. I like him. Plays with his head up. He's clearly one, and he likes a tackle. Jesus Christ!
Excellent potential. That would have been a hard game. Do you remember?
Absolutely.
Do you remember when Dazelle, who's probably a better player than Nydam,
passed him by? They passed around him.
Yeah,
pass around him.
So it's easy for that to happen for these young players, isn't it?
And thing for me, all right, McGoldrick, tight hamstring, one thing another. Thing for me is obviously he's very trust him because he played 90 minutes.
Ahead of Ward.
Yeah.
What I will say, that wasn't an issue of trust. There were no other options in centre midfield.
Good point.
I kept looking at it and looking down at the subs.
Yeah.
He could have put Ward in, but he keeps saying now, Mick, Wardy's a right midfielder.
Yeah.
So I think he's trying to tell everyone,
I think yesterday, given his performance on Wednesday, I just think we missed Adeyemi's box to box, and it's just such a shame yesterday. I'd like to have seen him, or how the game might have panned out with him in the side. Not that Nydam did anything particularly bad and let us down at all. I thought he had a really good game. Arguably one of our best players yesterday, but
yes,
I just think we missed Adeyemi's physical presence.
And with hindsight, I know he's damned if he does and he's damned if he doesn't. Even a 4-3-3 with a powerful running midfielder, But then if he'd have taken one of Selina, Waghorn, Garner, McGoldrick out, he would have been pilloried after 5-2. So I think we need to put that down to Bristol. Opposition player of the game, Dave?
Oh, blimey. Crikey. I like it.
Can I throw some names at you?
Go on.
Could be Flint. Could be Patterson.
Yeah, he's good.
Could be Reed, I think. Possibly Deju, but I think the other three were better.
Yeah, I'd perhaps give it to... Because Garner did give Flint some problems. I'd probably give it to Reed, actually.
Yeah, okay. And he looked very dangerous now.
Busy
Webster's bigger than I remember.
He's filled out a bit,
I'm clearly wrong about that because he's probably been the same height for the last 8 years.
He's filled out a bit. Yeah, he looked a bit rusty.
He looked rusty as hell on the ball, didn't he?
Gave the ball away a couple of times, but that's to be expected. Again, a bit like McGoldrick, class player. We know he is. Let's get him. Hopefully, he gets a run of games, injury free. And if he can play, 10 games like McGoldrick has, no doubt he'll be up to speed. Be very interesting because after the break, hopefully,
give me some Smith, give me some Hughes, give me some Webster, give me some Adeyemi, give me some McGoldrick.
There's some squad there, for goodness sake. So be really interesting to see after the one, obviously where we are after the next 10 games, but two, how the team looks after the next 10 games.
Well, in terms of shape, it's, well, there's certainly a lot of options, but I think we're gonna could just end up with 4-4-2 and a strong squad.
Yeah, well, okay.
Do you know what I mean?
But what it does show me in recent weeks with the players we've got at our disposal on the squad we've now got, we can be fluid.
We have
which last season we certainly couldn't.
Don't murder me for this. We have a flexible squad and a flexible manager.
I think you're right.
You cannot say he's not flexible when we've now lined up. I said it last week. 4-4-2, 4-3-3, 3-5-2, 4-2-3-1. And it's not systems don't win games, players do. We know that, but the players in the right system can win.
Yeah, just quickly, just harking back to the other night, our friend, the Renegade stat man, I saw him and he was saying one of it. I didn't see him, but on Tuesday evening, he always bets, as we know, on 4-2. And when Ward made it 5-2, apparently one of his friends saw him sitting in the stand with his hands on his head in despair, apparently. Poor old stat, but there you go.
Hey ho. Round up. Cardiff stay top. They grind out a point with a 0-0 against Derby.
Yeah, good for Derby. Yeah, good.
Burton 0, Wolves 4. Wolves false nining it and no one up front and then scoring 4 goals.
Yeah, I think the writing might... I know it's very early days, but the writing might be on the wall for Burton this week. Second 4-0 home defeat in 5 days.
Dave, they've proved us wrong many times. You know there'll be a point in the season where they have... where Burton have 3 games in a week
and Birmingham...
And they win 2 and draw 1 and do 7 points in a week and don't concede any goals. They're very... I think Clough is very good at identifying... You know how Allardyce used to? Picking out the games and winning those.
He may well have looked at Villa and Wolves at home and thought, okay, if we get a point out of these, or... Yeah, good point. Yeah.
Forest 2, Sheffield United 1. So Sheffield United are next opponents. And by the way, neither team has drawn Ipswich or Sheffield United so far this season.
Nailed on 0-0, isn't it?
Nailed on 0-0. Murphy looked good in this one.
Okay, good assist. It's right what you said. They said on the Championship show last night what you said about Wilder. His last 80 games, obviously to Northampton, 153, drew 18, lost 9.
Ben's I don't know what that is as a percentage, but
Ben's nodding profusely.
You find anyone in the 92 other than maybe Conte who's got a higher percentage than that?
There ain't nothing like that.
Ain't no party like an S-Club party. Sheffield Wednesday v Leeds. What time is it, Dave? We're recording at 11:06. They haven't played yet, so Dave's going to tell you what the result's going to be.
Oh, that's going to be... Sheffield Wednesday are going to bounce back and have a narrow victory in this local derby, 2-1.
Okay.
Yeah. I think the Hooper might score the winning goal.
Preston 2, Sunderland 2. Now, I whined a lot about Darren Bent's kind of milky celebration at Portman Road last year. Talk to me about Aidan McGee.
He absolutely loses his heat, doesn't he? I'm not sure what went on there. I mean, maybe he was we baited, obviously, during the game. You would think. I assume they thought that he was going to, after his great loan spell there last year, that he was nailed on to sign for them, and obviously buggered off for more money to Sunderland. But it was. The Honeyman, who looked good against us, scored. Then Harrop equalised. Then all I could describe was a thumping volley from Hugo. Would you have that?
That's a great goal, wasn't it? I didn't think he had it in him to score goals like that. Yeah.
Then a typical again. McGeady, this time the other side, uses a defender again, and this time slides it. Not quite as good as his goal the other night. Slides it in left foot, and then turns around and runs the length of the pitch to celebrate in front of the Preston fans. Inflammatory, I'd call that.
Inflammatory. And for those of you that question my humility, yes, Lee Johnson and Alex Neil are both proving me wrong this season. Villa 1, Bolton 0, so that's 4 wins.
First surprising
on the trot for the Villa.
The surprising first goal of the season for Kodja, who won the penalty after being tripped in the box by fucking beavers.
Reading 1, oh dear. Dave, Reading 1, Norwich 2, they're level. Mate, they're level on points, and we've got Sheffield United away next.
Creeping, aren't they? They've got Hull at home before we play them, so...
And they're not conceding many goals. No. I was so confident about the local derby. I was like, this is the chance.
I was so confident. I looked at their 2 games last week and thought, well, they're creeping up. Middlesbrough away, Reading away, bugger all in those
Won
2.
Both of them.
What a free kick from Madison. What a free kick.
Say no more.
Holy shit.
Say no more. Garner's really good. Garner's really good. Say no more.
Just... Considering they've got Jaap Stam as a manager, how crap defending was that winning goal from Jerome from the corner? So the corner's allowed to come in their 6-yard box, and it's allowed to bounce in their 6-yard box.
If Cameron Jerome scores, isn't that by definition crap defending? Any goal
probably
Cameron Jerome
first goal
scores.
of the season, I think.
Yeah.
It's their 4. They're crap away from home usually. It's a 4th straight away win. Hopefully it ends on 4.
Stop it. I don't like it.
Shut
I
it.
don't like it. They're like bullies.
They're just bloody annoying, aren't they?
Bloody,
off and go away.
Bloody go away. I'm struggling with this.
But anyway, 3 weeks today, Ben.
Wow.
We'll be there now. Probably got sampling the atmosphere. What's it usually midday?
Shitting my pants, crying, saying, please don't punch me again.
Just once.
Stop
please.
punching me, you horrible yellow fuckers. QPR 1. QPR 1, Fulham 2. Did Fulham win without Kearney?
Yes.
I don't believe it.
I know. Comedy here. Well, no, not comedy. Well, 2 bits of comedy. A comical penalty by Bet Fonte, who's got a really good goal against us, who put his penalty into Westfield Shopping Centre. And it was 2-1.
Is your geography right?
Probably needed to be slightly further east. But
because
anyway,
I know you know the area.
Yeah. Probably not far off, actually, up that end. Yeah, we walked from Westfield to that end.
You were drunk.
Drunk, no, hopelessly.
Well, you say drunk.
And comedy 2-1. Smithy's up for corner, free header from 8 yards.
Oh, didn't see it. Yeah,
scuffs it wide.
Borough 2, Brentford 2. I was in contact with the expert Billy the Bee of Besotted last night. I said, good result for your boys. He said, no, it was terrible. We smashed them. We should have won. So,
sounds familiar?
Sounds familiar.
I'm going to ask you something after this anyway. Barbet scored. Who scored? I still say that was the best goal they scored last week. Barbet. I think I forget who's one. You went for your mates Nico's, didn't you?
I don't.
Those Fab.
No, I hadn't seen them.
Had seen them.
Yeah, I was just lazy.
Fabio equalised on 76. So Borough a bit inconsistent, aren't they? 2 home games in a week. Norwich and Brentford only picked up a point, given their much vaunted strike force.
Millwall 1, Barnsley 3. Yeah. Everything I've said has been wrong, hasn't it? I like Monk. He didn't win. Alex Neil and Lee Johnson have proved me wrong. I said Millwall are going to be really hard to beat at home.
Easy,
I quit.
Easy quit.
I'm rubbish. I suck.
Good result for Barnsley, Bradshaw and team. Your man. Maybe that's why your man Gregory, I think you quite liked, didn't you, against us?
I like the combination of Gregory and Morrison and the way they played.
Reminds me, I got popped there afterwards. Glad you said that.
Yeah, every little helps. Now that's Tesco. Helps. What's Morrison's tagline?
No idea.
Dave gave me the most disdainful look.
Have they got one? I don't
Who
know.
cares?
Yeah. Anyway, Hull 6, Birmingham 1.
Oh, he's back.
He's back. He's back. Song of the week. He's back. He's rapping.
I created a monster. He's called Steve Cottrell. Oh, is that a different song? Well, this looks like a good job for me. So everybody,
no,
that's a different one. Guess who's back? Shady's back. Oh, he's got those two mixed up. It feels so empty without me. That's the one I'm thinking of.
No, it's not. It's like at the start of Only Fools and Horses.
Guess who's back? Yeah, I realised the other day the start of Raggy Dolls and the end of Raggy Dolls are different, and the start of Family Nest. You can rock it, you can stock it, you can go to Timbuktu, but you'll never see a Nessie in the zoo. You're the wrong age for that.
Shuffling.
You weren't a child.
I don't know what he's talking about. I was a child once, but don't remember that.
So hang on, which is I'm still confused. Which is the Eminem song that goes Guess Who's Back again?
Shady's.
I created
I'm a Slim Shady.
It is Without Me, isn't it?
Yeah, it is Without
Guess
Me.
Who's
Yes,
back?
it is. Yes, it is.
Okay, so I'm right.
Of course.
So I'm wrong about football and right about Eminem.
Of course.
Cool. Should we do an Eminem podcast?
Let's do one.
I don't know anything about him. Steve Cottrell's back. A 3-minute tangent.
Well, he wasn't though.
No?
He wasn't in charge yesterday. He was like he did a Steve McLaren. He was up in the stand, but he didn't. Unfortunately,
what an incredibly cowardly manoeuvre.
I think he saw the way it was going, and he wasn't 4-1 down at half. Oh, he could have been 4-0 down, and decided nope. I can't add anything to this. We're shit. I'm staying up here.
Can you imagine someone shouting to him, Steve, can you come? And he's just like, what? Sorry,
Dan.
Steve, can you come? I can't. Sorry, what?
Sorry, contract. Don't start.
Hang on, my phone's going. Yeah, I've got to go, lads. I've got to go. Apparently, the traffic's bad in Hull. One that lane out on a round. See you later.
So I was quite pleased.
See you Monday, yeah.
I was quite pleased for that old Slutsky because he comes on there, and I feel quite sorry for him sometimes.
Why?
When I don't get a win. I don't know.
Is it because he speaks broken English? Does that make him vulnerable to you? I think
that's what it is. Yeah.
How's that Polish winger? Did he score?
He's very good in that Grzycki.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing him play.
Grzycki with a G.
Okay.
Yeah, he's very good. They had 6: Campbell, Myler, Bowen, Grzycki. I think Bowen might even be top scorer in the whole division.
Well, ahead of Waghorn.
Yep. I think he's got Sven. Grzycki, Henriksen and Larson, and a comedy late consolation by Gallagher. Hull have usurped us now as top scorers, but they have played one game more. They have 22.
How many have we got?
20, and Bristol City have got 20.
Why are you saying it in that voice?
I don't know.
Okay. Extrapolate. So the Fab Four are now up to 900 minutes. So this is Bart, Spence, Skews, and Garner. And for those of you who believe in that kind of wishy-washy notion of a team having a spine, well, that's a goalie, a centre-half, a centre midfielder, and a forward. Goals... Garner, 6, and as I said, a goal every 81 minutes in the league. McGoldrick, if you count all competitions, also on 6.
This is great.
Garner has 4, Selena has 3 in all competitions.
This is brilliant how it should be. Do you remember last year, going around the new year, we were saying
Ward had the hat-trick.
Ward had a hat-trick, but then it went Lawrence 10, Ward still had 6, Chambers 1. Well, I think it took us, they said last night, it took us till Christmas, till December to score 20 league goals last season. However... seeing the upcoming games. The third game coming up might be. We've got some. You see, in October, there's only 4 games in October. Obviously, there's a break next week. We've got Sheffield United away.
I'm going to stop you. We're coming on to that. We're coming on to that. I'm stopping you. Assists. Ward has 4. Knudsen 4 assists.
Woo!
That's
proper
impressive.
assists as well.
McGoldrick 3 assists, Garner 2. Ipswich Town are 8th with 18 points from 10 games. That's 1.8 points per game.
Take it, wouldn't we?
82.8 is the projection.
On the slide of it. Do you remember that a couple of weeks ago it was like 94?
The first 4 games was 138, wasn't it? Let's hear from the Renegade Statman. Cracking history pod coming up on Wednesday. Shameless plug. This week's stat of the week brought to you by the betting company advertising jingle that went, when both teams score, it's goals galore. It had become a common occurrence last season for Ipswich to go into the half-time break with a goalless first half behind them. However, things have changed dramatically this season, with a flurry of goals being scored in Town's games. In fact, our last 3 games have seen both teams score in the first half. So I word up the stat machine to see. I still want to see this bloody stat machine to see
changes.
What is the longest
week.
consecutive streak of both teams scoring in the first half. Firstly, the last time this happened was in October 2009 when Roy Keane, Ipswich were drawing 1-1 at half-time against Sheffield United, Barnsley and Swansea City. Guess what? The joint record is 3 games. This has occurred on 35 separate occasions. So Mick could create a new record when we face the Blades later in the month. You better get Ipswich in on your BTTS ACCA. What does BTTS? I don't know what that means. Both teams to score. ACCA. There we go. Peace out. So James on the Nasdaq. I don't know if you're buying into that, but both Sheffield United and Ipswich to score before half time to break a record. It's going to be an all-time club record, not even a recent one. Peace out, Renegade Statman. P.S. Mick, don't think I haven't noticed 5 defeats in the last 7.
You can't leave it alone.
Naughty. Is that including the Palace one?
Probably. Yeah.
Still 4 and 6 though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it?
You can't argue with that. Yes, it is. I believe
Fact.
it is. Facto. Can I do my League One watch of ex-Ipswich and Ipswich loanees?
How long is it going to take?
A minute.
Can you do it in 30 seconds?
Yeah.
Go.
League One, leading goal scorers. Marriott, 9, 2 assists. Kiefer Sutherland, Dudley Moore. Another goal yesterday. 9 goals, 1 assist. Brett Pittman, 9 goals, no assist. They're burning it up.
Kiefer Roberto, Francisco Moore.
Come on, Kiefer. Let's score 20 goals by December and come back and score another 20 for us.
If he does, he'll come back.
Yeah.
Oh, Mick will love it.
Him up front, the front spearhead.
7.
Him and Garner. Wow.
The problem with Kiefer Moore is the only evidence I've got him playing football, he was absolutely horrible. But he's obviously doing a great job at Rotherham. Then let's go to the Nasdaq. Is the Nasdaq up or is it down? Follow him, James Dack _99. James bet on Ipswich Town and Bristol City to score over 2.5 goals. So when that 82nd minute goal went in yesterday, the Nasdaq went cha-ching.
Ka-ching.
Now, can James make it the first week where he wins both bets? Are you excited, Dave?
I am. Go on.
He's gone for another one of these bloody trebles, which he never wins.
Oh, shit. Go on.
Villa to beat Bolton.
Ooh.
Wolves to beat Burton.
Oh my God. Quids in.
Hull to beat Birmingham.
Whoa!
So the Nasdaq always goes up when Ipswich lose, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The financial market. So follow James on Twitter. He's getting into his stride now, isn't he?
He's hitting his straps.
Hitting his stride now and making money. Remember, if James is in profit by the last game of the season, we're going to put all the money on one bet and we're going to do it as a Twitter poll.
Yeah, brilliant. Fantastic. Can we do that? I'm sure we can.
It explains my gambling problems back in the day, doesn't it?
Yeah. By the way, just before we go, can I comment on
Are you off, are you?
Ben's got magnificent socks on today. They are pink with... Are they flamingos?
Are you going, are you?
Well, I might do in a minute.
I've got like another 8 segments here.
Oh, shit. Sorry. No, while I remembered it, I just noticed your socks. Sorry, they're magnificent.
Right, let's compare and contrast. Dave has grey socks.
I've got grey with... They're not too... bland. They're sort of striped. Oh, look at those.
Stripy. There's a penguin at the top. Right, answer me this question in one word. Yes or no. Did your wife buy those socks for you?
No.
You bought them, did you?
Present. Christmas. Someone.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think the pink flamingo ones win, don't they?
I think the pink flamingo ones win. Hands down, mate.
So there's no game now. So we get 2 weeks off. And I cut you off in your prime. You were just going through the next...
Yes. Sorry.
November.
Next. So it's
Don't apologise. I cut you off for once.
That happens, doesn't it? It's only 4 games in October. Tricky McTrickerson.
What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing?
Sheffield United away. Sheffield United away. Those from over the border at home. Burton away. So come on, there's some points to be had. Ben's lost it. And Cardiff away to finish with.
Don't care. All I can think about is Tricky McTrickerson.
Tricky McTrickerson.
Who the hell is Tricky
I don't know.
McTrickerson?
It just came out. I don't know. It just came out. Points there. What do we think?
I can't think.
Oh,
I'm not thinking about football anymore, can I? Okay, what's going to happen? We're going to beat Sheffield United, then we're going to beat Norwich, and then we're going to beat Burton is what's going to happen.
And possibly draw against Cardiff away. That'd do, wouldn't it?
No, we're going to beat Cardiff. Yeah.
12 points then. Okay.
I see a lot. No, but in all seriousness, we should have the squad back. Now, you always contend that Mick does his best management when he has the least options available to him.
I think he does. Because he tries to shoehorn who he thinks are the best players rather than maybe who's right for.
So we're going to have a lot of fun trying to predict the team and the system for Sheffield United. So you're going away, Dave. So I think we're going to have a week off. We'll have a week off next week.
Okay.
Where are you going?
I'm
going far flung, aren't you?
Dubai. Yeah.
Dubai.
Are
you going to get a nice little tan?
Probably not, mate. I'll be in offices and stuff like that, really. So no.
Oh, it's not just a big
it's
jolly.
Too hot out there. It's hot out there, Ben.
The thing with the equator is the closer you go to it, the hotter it gets.
You do find that. It's bloody warm. And I'm actually on the Naked Footy show on Wednesday.
Oh, this coming Wednesday.
With GB.
So you're going to get a lot of Dave in the next 2 weeks, but not a lot of me. So we'll do This Week in ITFC History show will be next Wednesday, and you can get Dave on the Naked Footy show.
On Wednesday.
So
they'll be on twice.
So there'll be no preview show on the Friday. There'll be no Blue Monday show on the Monday. Then we'll be back with Dave and Statman
the following Wednesday.
And then we'll be back with the Sheffield United preview on the Friday night. So time to breathe.
Trying to reflect. Reflection. Ben, question to you. Don't usually come up many questions for you.
Why not?
I've
got loads of questions for you. That just
I know
shows
you're
intimidating. My selfless approach to podcasting, and your frankly selfish approach.
Okay.
Tricky.
I forgot. What was the question? Yes. Who has been your favourite correspondent to date?
Who? Now who the hell are you? I was just putting another one in for Song of the Week.
Yeah.
What, on the preview show?
Yeah.
Oh, the problem is if I pick anyone, then
they're going to get... Yeah, it's not fair. Not a fair question.
think I had a bit of a bromance with Chris from Bolton, didn't I?
Yes, he was... Chris was...
I think we connected, didn't we?
Yeah, Chris was good. The Brentford one was pretty good, wasn't it? Brentford?
It would be sorted.
Yeah.
Dave Lane.
Dave Lane.
Paul from QPR was good. Northern Irish.
The Northern. He was very good.
Can I just say, these guys give up their time for free. A couple of them have done it in the middle of the night to fit my schedule.
It's really good.
So I just cannot criticise any of them.
So how have you got someone lined up for Sheffield already?
Nearly. I'm trying to get that Talk Norwich City guy for the Norwich one.
Jack
I tweeted him yesterday, but he didn't reply. So we might have to get someone else for Norwich.
That would be interesting if you.
Maybe my dad could do it.
Oh, that would be funny. That'd be great if you go along on his YouTube channel. That'd be quite. That'd be anarchic, wouldn't it? He wouldn't let you do that.
I don't know. We'll see what happens if anyone's got his number. Yeah. So I need to do my plugs now, don't we? So we've kind of already plugged your. So there'll still be two ITFC history shows between now and the next actual flagship show. Dave, you're on Twitter.
Dave Diamond 3.
What kind of tweets do you like people sending you?
Nice ones. I got slightly trolled last week from my Radiohead comments, which I will own up now and say as you could probably say, my knowledge of Radiohead isn't brilliant, and it did only begin and end with OK Computer. And I know there's other stuff out there. Ben has got me to try and listen to Karma Police, haven't you?
Karma Police is on OK Computer.
I haven't listened to that.
Isn't it?
I don't know.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I'll have to re-listen then.
Yeah, you should. Yeah,
yes,
and listen to the Bends.
I know it's a track, not
and we had we met. We do like meeting the Twitter. We met Alistair, who's one of our more considered Twitter correspondents as well. We met him yesterday.
And I met Justin briefly with Stat on at the Sunderland game. And also, just a quick say hello to my old mate Mark Whitehead, that now used to play football with him. Good lad, who now lives up in Sheffield. Got to the Leeds game.
Oh, is he going to Sheffield?
He must do. Yeah, I'm sure he will. And I think he lives in York, so he goes to all the games. Usually, obviously, up north Yorkshire, and he was down for the Sunderland game. So he chose a good one, Mark, to good game to come down and see. I think it's his first trip. If
you do listen and we love it when you tweet in, give us a shout and come and say hi at one of the games. I'm making most of the. Oh no, I was sitting the other stand. I don't know. We're normally in the fan zone before the home games. Come and say hi. I'm on Twitter at Benjamin Bloom. We're on Facebook, bluemonday.com/ITFC. The most important one is Twitter, is at Blue Monday ITFC. Obviously follow the podcast, Acast and Apple Pods. Give us a 5-star review and all that bollocks. I'm doing now a YouTube video after each and every game, so subscribe at Benjamin Bloom there if you want something actually on a Saturday. So we pretty much have content now Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, which is great. And if there's a Tuesday game also, the one way you can support the podcast is to buy a t-shirt. If you go to our Twitter bio, you can find that. So we're going to be reasonably quiet for the next 2 weeks, although check out ITFC Bible. They'll be doing the points prediction that will be coming up. I'll probably do a player of the month video on Monday.
You didn't actually say, well, no, you did. You said 12 points, didn't you? Sorry, of course.
Oh no, I'm just talking nonsense. Yes. Let's save that for the let's have time to reflect.
I think we need
see how Adeyemi
contemplate.
And more to the point, see how fit McGoldrick is by the start of the month.
Please, no.
Right. Well, have a nice trip, Dave.
Thanks, Ben.
To Dubai.
To it. Yeah. And
stay safe. Don't spend too much of some massive conglomerate's money while you're over there.
I'll try not to. I really try not to. I'm sure I won't.
Remember, you're supposed to be making money. Yes,
Ben. I know. There might be some time for some golf over there.
Right.
Know.
Oh God. Let's see how middle class you do. You got one word answer. Are you flying business class?
Here we go. No, I'm not.
Are you flying first class?
No, I'm not. No,
really?
No. I work for a new company. I sort of job, and different companies have different.
Oh, you're spending your own money now. So
no. I'm not going that far. Jesus Christ. No, it's not. No.
Premium.
Yeah.
Premium class. Yeah. Not kettle.
No. Because it's like over 6 hours. That's the rules. Companies have rules for that sort of
thing. Get a massage?
No.
See you later.
Bye.
We didn't do the song of the week. Pick your mic back up, Dave.
Oh, song of the week.
Song of the week's Without Me by Eminem.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, nailed on.
Okay.
Now, although you did do Who Are You, didn't you, by the Hood?
It's Without Me.
It's Without Me.
Yeah. See you later. Bye.
Bye.